ще гледаме новия трейлър на The Witcher 4, който излезна вчера. И така, let's go.
Sleep, is he? The ploughing plonker. Break me pearlies on this blasted pit-ridden tract. Where's Veer on dry road? Aye, the devil's out! Just running from!
Ето да мина. Драконът? Най-вероятно. Или някакъв. Ага, ясно. Ясно. Чуваме се. Това Сири ли?
Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Изглежда мощно. Това нали не е геймплей като нищо. Е, бати яко. Добре изглежда, добре изглежда. 26-та ще да е, то е ясно, ама. Ли? Пляскайте. Себастиан.
Thank you everyone, and welcome to the State of Unreal at Unreal Fest Orlando. We're here to show you what's next with Unreal Engine and so much more. We are thrilled that you're able to join us. Thank you. But first things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kitek from CD Projekt Red. We have a lot to talk about.
Oh, Sebastian.
Hey.
Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, Wyatt, and hello, everyone. With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner. One that truly understands that great open-world games are all about art and technology coming together.
Yeah, and look, our goals are completely aligned here. And around the launch of UE5, your awesome team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration to make open-world development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity, we just couldn't pass it up. So we've been working on a technical demo together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
Born ready. Kitek is going to play the build for us.
Sure, let's do it.
Hey there.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village. All right, everyone, meet Kelpie.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So just like Geralt and Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We return to town.
Ще е по-яко да е бял кон.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded.
Даже женски.
And there are also some really nice improvements to
know,
our
jak izgled
Unreal
planeta.
Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic
Колко
muscles
истинско.
moving and stretching under Kelpie's
Това
skin
не е
without compromising the performance
игра
there.
такова. Изглежда готино. Майка му. Да, май да се взима PlayStation. Ще бъде добро. 100% на
let's
PlayStation.
leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage. And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
Много добре изглеждаш.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to run the world. We can now bring in more content, more quickly for the
Това на
smoothest
PlayStation
possible
ще
experience
изкърти.
as we fly down to catch up with Ciri.
Аз ще ми кажете после в коментарите, ако има такива. Играли сте Witcher 3 на PlayStation? Какво мислите? Яка ли? Аз съм я разцъквал много добро. А то беше кога? 2005. Не, давно, сега не мога. И бая време. А как обичам градове, да ги буташ, да ги... Не можеш май да ги биеш. Става мазаляк. Влизай с коня, бе! Давай паприкаш навсякъде. Какво значи няма влизам с коня? Ляла една му пъти. Я! Той е мъртъв, па не знам. Я гледа. Това е мече. О. Стига мрънкава.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is.
Yeah.
Character actions directly affect what happens around you. Sometimes even
Я пресед отива да натиска ябълките. Дай!
Everything is working together. Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Теглят, деба ти възнат. Какво гледаш, бе, Дворо? Това колко пътници виждам, това курвиля си. Ей, имат си такова, припале.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You're off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? With Churess. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men. Quite the
Това
opposite.
беше чудовището, я.
Manticore? No. Them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton. Not here.
While Siri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Reckon me ladies after one of them.
Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing something more.
Има и шаран.
Got mackerel cod.
Има пайк ли, бе? Я гледай.
And there is tons of text to play here.
Muki.
Even a simple market
Кой може?
stall.
Не мога да видя.
Metahuman tools, improved Unreal
Зомби
Smart
ще има.
Objects, Chaos Cloth, and more.
Тилапия ли?
Yeah,
Да,
and
тилапия.
all of this exists to
Oh, we
make
wish
sure
you
that
were
the
sure.
tapping quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillar isn't exciting enough for Valdres.
Айде,
Let's
пълно.
grab everyone's attention with the circus.
Ох.
But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
Беше беби кош било. Да, бе.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an
Sure, как
entirely
говорят.
new Unreal animation
Опа,
framework,
да.
allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri? We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we're doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexeter.
Я гледай, това замък ли е, бе, човек? Бати двора, ето го.
Onward, Kelpie. We worked.
Добре. Така. Много добро. Ево. Не знам за вас, но ще бъде готино. Има ли дати? Нема дати. Да, 6 сигурно. Няма какво да стане. Беше добро.